guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gloria. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today I wanted to go through the process of me trellising up my Mathilde. So I want to re-trellis this guy because a lot of the leaves are actually getting crushed because I like twisted them over the same metal trellis multiple times. So kind of want to change that and add a second trellis so that there's more room for the plant to grow. And also wanted to change up the trellis for my Hoya Carnosa Crimson Queen. So if you kind of enjoy kind of chatty repot slash doing some plant work with me, then keep on watching. But before we get started with today's video, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And yeah, let's get started. So first off, what I have to do is take off all the little clips to untrellis my Mathilde. And yeah, like, let's just go ahead and do that. Hopefully I don't break off too many new leaves. But yeah, this guy is getting really like just out of hand. It's growing too quickly and I've already cut it so many times, so I don't really know what else to do with it at this point. So let's see if I can untangle this mess. So I figured while I'd kind of do this, I would kind of just chat with you guys. I know a lot of my recent videos haven't really been too like talking about myself or kind of like what's going on in the plant community or really just giving my opinion on like anything. So I kind of wanted to just, you know, catch up with you guys, tell you guys what's going on with my life, all that stuff. So yeah, with like everything that's going on recently, I feel like prices of kind of the more uncommon and rare plants have gone really out of hand. And like I don't know if you guys noticed, but like I kind of stopped purchasing like the uncommon rare aeroids, like the trendy ones, just because they're getting so expensive and I don't think I could afford them anymore. Like plants are going for $200-300 for something that you could have bought for like $100 before. And yeah, it's just like a little bit out of my budget, so I'll probably wait for, you know, this to die down a bit because, you know, there's ups and downs with like the price market for plants. It just really depends on the demand, and with everything that was going on with COVID, I guess the supply was really limited from, you know, importing from Asia, from different countries. So I can see why there's a slight increase in pricing, but the amount of increase is kind of just, I don't know, it's too much. So yeah, I'm just focusing on other plants right now. So Hoyas are still okay for me. I don't think they're too kind of overpriced yet, but it's kind of getting there. So gotta be careful with that. Make sure you do your research before buying plants so that, you know, you pay a fair price for what you're getting, because the last thing you want to do is pay an extraordinary amount for a plant that, you know, essentially goes for very cheap. So yeah, just do your research before purchasing anything. That's always what I tell people. And yeah, it's not a race, so like if you can't find a plant right now, I'm sure you can eventually find it later. You just have to, you know, give it time because it's gonna come back to the market. And yeah, like these releases have also been super stressful for me. Like you don't have time to think whether or not you should buy it, and if you think for even like a second and hesitate before checking out, it's gone from your cart already. So it's kind of a bit stressful, and I want plants to be more, I don't know, like peaceful, comforting. It's supposed to be like my happy place, and just right now I feel like it's too much. So moving on, I just want to talk about kind of plants I'm really getting into recently. So I've been really enjoying cacti and succulents. So not all succulents. I'm not like a huge fan of like every single echeveria out there or haworthia, but I do like patchy phytums, so really jelly-like succulents, and some cacti that are more on the smooth side, so astrophytums. So I really like those, and I'm always on the hunt for those. And I also have started getting into orchids. So didn't see that one coming, right? So I got a few orchids recently. I don't know if I have any like orchid lovers who subscribe to my channel and watch my videos, but I recently purchased some Oncidium and some Vals, and what's the last one? I can't remember, but it's a mini orchid, and I've also kind of been into jewel orchids lately, so really excited to kind of, you know, watch them eventually bloom. I mean, I hope they bloom, but I really honestly can't guarantee that at this point because I don't know enough about it. But yeah, there's just like a whole other world out there for the plant community, and you just have to find what you like. And it's totally fine to take a step back and think about whether or not the plant is right for you, if you need it right at this moment, or if you're just buying it because everyone else has it, because people tend to do that. I feel like last time when I trellised up this Mathilde, I was so stressed because when I first bought this plant, it was grown in moss, so the entire plant was in moss. So untangling the moss, the roots from the moss was just so much effort. So I still have quite a bit of moss in there actually, but at least the rest of the plant is in soil, so it's kind of like a half-half situation right now. So hopefully it still gets some nutrients, because I don't like to grow my Hoyas in moss forever. I like to do it for, you know, short periods of time. And yeah, I thought I would not have to untrellis this or trellis this up again ever, and it was going to be my only time, but here we are. Okay, so we're down to the last couple strands, I think. I find the new growth on this Mathilde is a lot shinier and darker green and splashier than what it originally came with when I bought the plant, so I kind of want to encourage more new growth so that it just looks like a healthier plant. And yeah, I don't have as many aerial roots anymore just because I've taken it out of my greenhouse and now it just sits on my shelf. So the humidity is obviously not amazing, but still, I mean, I still have my humidifier running. So that is its original trellis. So I don't know if you guys can see. It goes up to here, and there's only one trellis, so I wanted to add a second one. And these are all the trails. It's so long. And let's see. I just cut up like a little piece of wire. So this is a 14 gauge bendable wire. So I'm just gonna use that as a second trellis and kind of make like a crisscross. That's pretty good. So that there's more room for the plant to kind of get trellised up. So yeah, some of these leaves are so dehydrated, it looks like this entire vine just is dead. I think I'm gonna cut this off. Let me show you guys. Yeah, it's not even like bleeding. So you know when you cut Hoya stems, there's this like white liquid that comes out, but yeah, these are some really dehydrated leaves and it doesn't look like any new growth is coming out of this. So yeah, unfortunately this will have to go. I don't think I will be rooting that, and I honestly think I probably bent the stem at some point when I was trellising it up, so it wasn't even connected. Yeah, right here. So it literally just broke right off. So this is the second piece, part of the same vine. It just branched out, so that was another piece. So those two are gone, and the rest of the plant, like the previous part of it, looks pretty healthy, so I think it's still okay. So yeah, let's start trellising this up. So I usually use either plant Velcro or I use little, so this is the Velcro, or I use little clips that it came with the plant, and I also have some other ones. So let's see how I should arrange this. So start off with this piece. So we're just gonna wrap it around, not too tightly, so that there's still like, you know, room for new leaves to come in case it just randomly branches off. Look at that. So it looks like so far I haven't really needed to use any of the clips. They're just kind of like standing up on their own. So this one is a really long vine. Look at that. How should I go about this one? So since I've propagated this vine, it's been shooting out kind of new vines through different nodes, so it actually is even longer, which is crazy. Like, it's so hard to trellis it because you have to wrap it around. So what do you guys think? So there's a lot more space for the Mathilde to kind of grow and not get squashed and snap the vines. Yeah, I think this looks better. Just gonna straighten it out a little bit. Yeah, so it's more like three-dimensional now, and definitely a lot more room, which is what I'm looking for. So yeah, this one's done. Let's move on to my Carnosa. So this one, I wanted to switch from this metal wire trellis to this kind of cute little bamboo trellis. So let's put this in. So this one's also a little bit taller as well. And yeah, I think I just like the look of bamboo trellises, or if it is a wire trellis, then I want to cover it with like twine or something so that it looks more natural. I think wire trellises just look kind of too industrial for me, but you know, I had to make do with what I had before. I went and actually bought this bamboo trellis. I think it was like less than $1 from my local nursery, and really happy with it because now I could trellis up my Carnosa. So let's kind of untangle these vines. So I'm really enjoying kind of trellising up my Hoyas right now because I think it makes it a lot more manageable versus if I just had it trailing all over the place. It gets tangled and the kind of tendrils start attaching onto other plants, which makes it kind of too messy looking. So just gonna try to put it back where it was, because I kind of liked the placement of the original trellis. So I think it was about here. So just gently pushing that in so that I don't crush any roots. But yeah, I'm trying to get it pretty close to the bottom so that it doesn't really shift around. But yeah, like it's a lot taller. And I'm just gonna wrap this baby back up. Okay. I was thinking of doing a little Q&A, but I don't know where I should ask the questions. I think I have quite like a different audience for YouTube versus Instagram, so I don't know where to ask you guys. Like, I feel like I get more engagement in my Instagram, but if I do an Instagram poll, do I have to answer the questions on my Instagram? So that's what I'm kind of debating right now. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. Definitely liking this bamboo trellis a lot more. And some of these pieces are still a little bit too short for me to attach it to the trellis, but I think it's pretty good. I like it. And I think that pretty much concludes today's video. That's one plant. And this one's the other plant. So, oh, can you even see my face? Not really. So that's gonna go over there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Comment down below what you want to see next. I'm thinking of most likely doing a kind of updated room tour of my plants, or either a tour of all the plants that are inside my greenhouse. So comment that down below, which one you guys rather see. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.